may never even see the kids, frankly.
No, yo,
okay? No, she will be an unbelievable mother. I'll be a good father, but I'll be, you know,
how do you know
doing
she'll
my
be-
deals.
You know it.
Oh, her?
Yeah.
She'll be an amazing mother. I have no doubt about that. She'll be an amazing mother.
Have you been back to Slovenia?
I've been in Slovenia 2 years ago.
You go?
Yes, I was there about 13 minutes. Oh, it's a beautiful country. I landed, said, hi, Mom, hi, Dad, bye. Boom.
Let's show the ring. Can we get a close-up of the ring? And Donald will tell us, as Don Rickles would say, this ring signals ships. Did you pick it?
Well, I picked it, and it's from Graff Jewelers, who are terrific. And
Oprah's jeweler.
that's true. And I love Oprah. She is terrific. And they're just, you know, it was just a nice...
Did you pick it or did you go with him?
No, he picked it.
I picked it, but she and I have very similar taste. It's amazing. We have just similar taste.
When we come back, I'm going to ask, you know, he's such a formidable figure, if he's a controlling figure. We'll be right back with the Trumps on this edition of Larry King Live. And don't forget, the final of Apprentice 3, that's right, third-year apprentice, is live Thursday night. We'll be right back. We're back with the Trumps, Donald and Melania. Okay, is he a control freak?
I don't think he's a control freak. He's perfectionist.
No, that's a slight difference. Does
It
he
is,
make
but
demands?
I don't think so. Maybe he makes demands in his business because he needs to. You know, he's kind of a general. He needs to, you know, have people in line, but not at home. We are very equal in the relationship, and that's very important. You know, to marry a man like Donald is, you need to know who you are, and you need to be very strong and smart, and you know, he needs to know that he could rely on me sometimes, you know, and we share a lot of stuff together. I don't think he's control freak at all.
Does he bring work home?
Yes, sometimes, but he's working all the time. You know, Saturdays, Sundays, he's playing golf, he's working all the time.
Doesn't it bother you?
No, it's his passion. He loves it. It doesn't bother me. I don't want to change him. I don't want, you know, to say, come home and, you know, be with me. I don't want to change him. I want to give him a space. And I think that's very important in the relationship.
Because you used to tell me the one thing that troubled you about marriage was the feeling that you have to give up some of yourself, that you can't be the workaholic you are because of the demands of the nature of a relationship.
Yeah, I don't consider myself a workaholic. I mean, I work, but it's not work. It's like you. I mean, I love what I do, so it's no longer work. It's not like work. I mean, work to me is going on a 2-week vacation. If somebody said you have to go away for 2 weeks, you're going to Africa on a safari, there's not going to be any phones. You know what? You get me out of here, right? So that's to me, like, that would be work. But what Melania is so good at, we just have this natural relationship. It's like my mother and father. They were married 63 years. I've always heard you have to work at a good relationship. My father didn't work at a good relationship. He went home, he had dinner, he went to bed, he took it easy, he watched television. My mother did the same thing. She cooked them dinner. And it was just one of those things. It wasn't work. But I always heard you have to work at a relationship.
You're not working at this.
No, because look, I work very hard from early in the morning till late in the evening. I don't want to go home and have to work at a relationship. I mean, that's it. A
Talking
relationship you have to
about
work at,
politics
in my
coming
opinion.
from a view of
Maybe I'm
the
wrong.
streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? You know, we're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
2, 3, 4, 5. We live. Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics, where we go into a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit Jones.
I'm Tony, the #1 soul brother. Welcome to Hoodview Politics, HVP Saturday night. We all the way live podcast.
Best believe it.
And while y'all in here, take 1 second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you know when we creeping in here like we creeping in tonight.
If you're new here, you don't know what to expect. Well, if you've been here before, you know what's going on here. We chasing magazine coons. Magazine coons. Let's not forget about those Puerto Ricans and those white ladies too. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. Appreciate everybody to take the time out to like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good shit. It's all interaction for us. The Black Debate is all we here to do. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What you just got going on?
Shit. Just here once again commenting on all this bullshit that's going on. You know?
I know one thing about black people, right? Because I had just ordered motherfucking soul food joint for a different joint. I ain't never ordered joint before, right? Got the good old motherfucking fish, white and fish and good shit like that. The yams, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Things got to be done right. So, no, when you eating something, when females good at this too. When something is really good and you eating it, you're not here to get nobody no taste testers or none of that shit. You just happen to be eating something good, right?
Right.
What's the thing that black people do a lot? Once you start eating so good, once them joints hit your taste buds, it's like a dancing thing going on. You know what I'm saying? That like, yeah, man, this your good brother. You know what I'm saying? That you start moving around. You know what I'm saying? It's a dance. It's a good food dance. You start zoning out, just damn, shit, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. One thing about food, it would change. It just makes you feel good when you eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm not talking about big youngers that need to be losing weight. I'm just talking about just eating, period. You know what I'm saying? But man, if we want to take speaking of motherfucking food and shit, motherfucking what's that food name? RFK?
That asshole.
HHS cabinet. I think he's the head of cabinet, right?
Yeah.
Is laying off. In fact, get this. He gonna offer them
the 25,000.
He gonna offer them $25,000 to quit.
Mm-hmm.
$25,000 to quit. My thing, bro, how incompetent can a person be? Just if you was to write down on paper, all right, just what a most incompetent motherfucker would do. And just start listing stuff. Would some of that stuff be what these clowns doing? I think everything they doing will be on the list. So he sends each employee $25,000 voluntary buyout.
Yeah.
Why though? You see what I'm saying? It's not saying that I'm just getting here, I'm getting to know people, I'm evaluating people. It's not that. It's just a buyout. Just coming out, buying out. For what? It's things to be done in the HHS. What we just buying people out for what? Unnecessary shit they be doing, bro. Firing people in the vet. Why? It is no reason for this. $25,000? What do you think about it?
I already made my motherfucking feelings known. These motherfuckers stupid.
$25,000?
Stupid. Okay, you're gonna give up $25,000 to quit your job. You got a good, decent job. It pays you well. I'm quite sure you make more than $25,000 a year. Fuck that shit. Keep your fucking job. You work hard for these jobs. You go through some shit to do these jobs. And these people don't want you in there, mainly because you're black, you're a woman, you're this, that, and the third. Or we'll get them out. It's the easy way to achieve what they want to. They want to go in there. Basically, if they could, they just go in that motherfucker and just fire everybody. That shit would be in the court in the morning. They just go in there. All you motherfuckers, whoever clocked in, when you clock out today, this your last day, you're fired. That's the way they were handling it. But Why do they fucking job for them? Yeah, sure, $25,000 sound good, but what you going to do? You want to blow through half of that $25,000 off the break. Then you got to look for another job, and guess what? Looking for another job ain't that fucking easy. Because guess what? All the people that they did fire, all the motherfucking people that did accept the resignation, they looking for jobs too. So now the job market's crowded. So why would you do that? That's just stupid. Then you do it because a motherfucker that come up in there, first of all, the motherfucker at the top don't know what the fuck he doing. Talking about Trump. Then he put motherfuckers in charge of all of these agencies and cabinet positions. They don't know what the fuck they doing. They listening to Elon. He don't know what the fuck he doing. Nobody know what the fuck they doing. All it is, we gonna cut the size of government. Okay, you gonna cut the size of government. Government ain't got no choice but to be big. Let's get one thing straight. There are 50 states and several territories like Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, American Samoa. Those are part of America. All of these people, all of these places in 50 states have government agencies and federal buildings. Some have several federal buildings. Everybody can't come to Washington, D.C. or call Washington, D.C. to get shit done. That's why you got shit in your state where you can get to. And these people, they require workers. So when they cut all of this shit out, where you want to go? Where you want to go to get the help that you need, to get the services that you need, to talk to the people that you voted for, to get you, to get what they promised you. Okay. But they cutting all this shit out. They giving everybody the boot. No, don't take that shit. And you stupid ass people out there, especially you fucking truck voters, y'all about the dumbest motherfuckers I ever seen in your fucking life. You voted for this motherfucker, listen for this asshole, and everything that's a lifeline and a safety net to you, he's cutting. And then when he cut out all the workers, where are you going to go? When he does what he wants to do and eliminate FEMA, when a violent storm, a hurricane, a tornado, a tsunami, when a flood come through, when wildfires come through, or whatever the fuck, when he eliminates all of these agencies and the people that work in these agencies that, come on, it is 350 million people in this motherfucking country. Ain't no few people going to service all of them people. But when you cut it out, you know what you get? You know where you are? You up shit creek without a paddle. Y'all got to be about the stupidest motherfuckers I ever seen.
So it's back to HHS. It's 80,000 employees in the HHS.
80,000.
Now, if you was to add up $25,000 for 80,000 employees, right? Let's say all of them take it. Let's say each and every person just take it ASAP. 80,000 employees just gone.
Gone.
First of all, how much money is that? First of all, these people will be budget people and all this shit. They throwing around money real, like, is it coming out of their money? Where's money? Where's the 25,000 even coming from? I'm paying for that. Who paying for the 25,000? You see what I'm saying? Now, 80,000 employees, $25,000 a piece. That got to be, bro. Are you fucking serious? Are you kidding me? But yet, Social Security, Medicaid is real important to cut. But you want to give people $25,000 each, just in case. What if all employees just leave? You know how much money that is? I still ain't added up yet.
Nah, I'm adding up this.
Huh?
You said it's 80,000 people that work for HHS, Health and Human Service, 80,000.
Yeah.
There's 350 million people in this country. That means when you divide 80,000 into 350 million, there's at least that many. Each person serviced 4,375 people. That's a lot of people per person. So if you cut that out, say you cut half of that out. If you cut half of that workforce out, then you got 350 million people. Divide that. Oh my God. Then they're responsible for, if you give it a half the workers, they're responsible for now 8,000 people a piece. How are you going to get anything done, and how people want to get done anything done when you basically creating a backlog for to get services? I don't get it.
So if everybody was to walk away from the HHS and take this money, that'll be $2 billion for 80,000 people to get $25,000 a piece.
Okay.
Think about that. Where is that even coming from if we looking for some budget shit? See, that's what I mean about doing a podcast. We got to connect a lot of things that's disconnected. Like you got Elon Musk talking about we cutting shit, and then it's one thing. But you have somebody in the same cabinet throwing around $2 billion, just like, hey, if everybody just leave, I'm going to get each one of y'all $25,000. And that be a bill, if everybody was to walk away, a huge bill. And then on top of that, everybody gone. Who working?
Okay.
It's the dumbest shit.
You're right. And now, look at it this way. You said that's $2 billion?
That's too damn much.
It's $2 billion, right?
Yeah.
That $2 billion don't mean shit to a motherfucker like Elon, because he lost more than that with that fucking rocket he sent up in the air the other day that blew up.
Okay, so he giving them the $2 billion? Who paying for the 25 a head?
He ain't giving them shit.
25 G's a head?
Yeah.
Who giving them that if all of them walk away? Shit, 50,000 of them. That's a lump sum. Who paying for that?
Yeah.
So we want to scream that we cutting budget. We got the chainsaw and all this shit. Elon Musk ain't starting with himself.
At all.
And then shit like this in your same cabinet, slinging around money like they paid, like they are rich billionaires, but they using our fucking money to bribe people to quit. The fuck is this shit? Is ridiculous, bruh.
Yeah.
They bribing people with 25 G's.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you, if I worked there, I would take it. First of all, November, once he would have won, I already been looking for something else.
Yeah.
So either way, I don't want to work here. And you want to pay me $25,000 to leave? Because I was already leaving any fucking way. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just find something different. Yeah. 25 G's would make me leave now so I can find something without even starting to act like I need this shit. You know what I'm saying, Doc? So me personally, I've been on the way out the fucking door anyway. And I've been like, oh shit, I'm almost staying a couple more days to get that 25 G's.
But see, that's the problem with that though. They can offer it to you, but they don't have it.
They're not gonna give it to you though.
You're never gonna see it.
You're gonna be gone. You can be gone.
Because once you're gone, they're gonna say you quit anyway. They ain't give you shit because they don't
some
have
in the mail.
And this includes Trump and his executive orders. They don't have the authority to give it to you. You got to get that money. Got to come through Congress.
Yeah.
So if they don't motherfucking pass a bill,
I said where it's coming from,
appropriating this money to pay these workers,
like you never get it's a lie.
You're never going to see it. You know what they're gonna say? What the fuck? What he told you?
What was that? That's a bait and switch, bro.
Yeah, it's a goddamn. Now that's being duped. That's duping the motherfucker right there. So that's why I say I wouldn't take shit. Look, they're gonna trick y'all. They try to trick y'all into quitting your job.
They don't have $25,000.
Because what they're gonna have, but as soon as you say you taking that shit and you don't show, and when you be like, "Where my money at?" they're gonna hit you. You know what they're gonna hit you with?
Walk off the job.
You walk off the job, or you no call, no show 3 days in a row. So we have to fire you anyway.
Yep.
And then once you're out the door, what's going to happen?
It's over.
You gonna think, oh fuck that shit, I'm going back to work. You're not going back to work.
Oh hell
because
no.
once you out the door,
That's it.
they're eliminating your position.
Yeah. The whole
It's a vacancy
motherfucking
you're not
department
gonna
gone.
fill.
The department gone.
So you fuck. So just like the people that voted for him, you fucking yourself. But oh my god,
That motherfucker, RFK, well the fuck, Junior.
yeah,
It's a summer bitch, bro.
he's a son of a bitch.
Like, come on. And then he's getting rid of all those people because those people are smart. Those people know how to do the vaccine shit. And he against vaccines. Y'all dumb fucks put somebody in there that don't even believe in taking care of y'all asses, bro. Like, and then these clowns takes the shots. Trump's take the shot. K took the shot. All these motherfuckers took the shot. Like, come the
We
fuck
don't need to
on, bro.
And especially black people don't need it because we got some kind of super immune system that shit this we just flat.
But they the biggest anti-vaxxers in the world. But they took it.
But they take it.
I can't take this shit.
From a motherfucker, and y'all motherfuckers listen to an ex-heroin addict.
Oh yeah, that's right too.
Oh,
He's a complete Okay,
ex-dope fiend. I'm gonna make it plain and put it in terms.
He over the top.
He's an ex-former dope fiend with a worm in his brain.
Oh, he crazy. Yeah, he on something different. That's a goddamn show.
Who don't believe in? He's a conspiracy theorist and an anti-vaxxer. Come on, people.
Now,
This country is hell in a handbasket.
me and my man been on this thing. Hey, please check us out, man. We're going to our 3rd year anniversary. We're gonna we have a little party here for y'all that night. We hope y'all tune in and celebrate that night for us.
Yeah.
That we just look, you can't deny that we've been grinding. You know what I'm saying? Y'all cannot deny that one thing, even if y'all don't agree with us. You can't deny one thing. Those two motherfuckers do grind. You know what I'm saying? Nah. But bro, it's the thing is, you got new people coming on the joint, new people coming on doing the politics, which I get it. So what? What the fuck? We ain't nobody. But when you have people like Stephen A. That leave sports. Now you know he got a motherfucking new contract where he can blend in politics with his shit now. Which is what I thought he was doing. He putting his toes in the water when his bitch ass, when Stephen A. bitch ass was trying to talk about Biden all the time. Mm-hmm. So that was him putting his foot in the water. He didn't know what the fuck. He still don't know what the fuck he talking about. You can't tell me one human being will know everything about sports and everything about politics, bro. No. All you know is broad strokes of all of that shit. One motherfucker he don't study like that. Fuck that. He just run his mouth.
That's what that.
Stephen A. Smith is one of the worst black millionaires that represent black people on TV on planet Earth. Yeah. He is the wrong person to represent black people, and he gives off the impression that he does that because he talks so fast. You don't miss half of the shit he said to the end, and you be like, okay, I agree with that. You don't miss the shit you disagree with because he said it so damn fast. Like, I'm not even rewinding that because I don't know what the fuck he said earlier. You know what I'm saying? God damn. But hold on. He goes on a joint with everybody know he got the podcast, which he has separate from the ESPN shit. Yes. Which he got a contract now where his podcast will do full-blown politics.
And he do what he want on the podcast.
Now it's full-blown politics. He's getting $100 million to speak the politics shit. So that's where you have him bringing all these people on here. Now it's gonna be different. And what I'm telling you is, first he was putting his toes in the water, right? Yeah. Now he felt like he know where he at, right? Some reason he would not say a Republican. It just won't come out your mouth. But everything come out your mouth is anti-Democrat. What is that?
Yeah, motherfucker.
He has a motherfucking interview with the worst bitch of them all representing black culture.
Yeah.
A bitch that has a motherfucking white husband, mixed kids, don't represent none of her kids as black. The bitch wish she was white.
All day long.
She is the worst, Candace Owens. Then he sits down with her. Have a motherfucking 25-minute fucking interview without no pushback on nothing. Zero things. But want me and him to think your bitch ass is a Democrat? Really, Stephen A? Is that really what you want us to do? At this point, we off the streets, but we've been doing this for 3 years now. That's a little longer than you, at this point. You just jumped into politics. You don't know the fuck you talking about at all at this point, bro. At all. So now you bring this bitch on here, and this is what he do the whole time, bro. Is feed her. What do you think of the motherfucking interview with him and Candace Owens?
Well, I think it was a piece of shit interviewing a piece of shit. Because he sit there and let her get away and say any fucking thing she wanted. The shit that she said with no fucking pushback. Bruh, you always... Let me go back. Because you've been having one hell of a week and it didn't end up good for real. I don't know what he's getting for his podcast. I know ESPN just gave this motherfucker $100 million contract, $20 million a year to stay on ESPN. That podcast bullshit he do where he try to jump out there in the social issues and politics and shit. That's his shit. But bruh, stick to fucking sports. You let this woman come on there. First of all, just off the break. You let her disrespect the candidate that you allegedly supported during the campaign. Kept calling her
Kamala.
Kamala. She kept calling her Kamala.
She did, yeah.
You gave her no pushback. The things she said about George Floyd, you should have cussed her the fuck out. She should have been cussed out by some fucking body. Put it on a t-shirt. They don't put Clarence Thomas on a t-shirt or this one and that one. Okay. You sit there and let this woman just say all kind of motherfucking shit and use all kind of fucking code words. Hood rat, ghetto, all types of shit. No pushback. It's no, we're not going to use that type of words here. Blah, blah, blah. Them are loaded words or whatever. None of that. But you getting on you getting on First Take and you hooting and hollering at everybody else. We'll get to that in a second. About all types of shit. But you don't push back on this bitch on nothing. She motherfucking then he says that he starts throwing out code words himself. He did it in the beginning when he said, what the left is spewing. When you get to a word like spewing, like you just spitting out bullshit and all this other shit, come on. People who know what that word means, like me, I know the fuck the word is and what it means. We know what you're saying and we know what you're doing. And you defend and agree with half the shit. I ain't gonna say half, the majority of the shit she say. But you wanna act like you a voice for black people. Candace Owens is not a voice for anybody but her white handlers. That is it. When you brought up the shit about her and Kanye wearing the White Lives Matter t-shirts, she gave you some fucking bullshit story which you went along with. But you want the black population, black people, you want people to listen to you and to take you serious. How the fuck somebody gonna take you serious when you sit there and let this woman say all types of shit? that you know is wrong, but you agree with it. And you know why you agree with it? Because as I said before, when motherfuckers reach a certain amount of motherfucking status, and especially a certain level in their bank account, that shit that they grew up on or that shit they taught before don't matter. Because it's about your wallet now. Especially when you was on the verge, you had this interview, and then the next day, you signed off on a $100 million contract with ESPN. Come on, dude. We know where you coming from. We know where you at. Don't gas us up and like you down for the cause and you down for the people. And then at the end of this joint, oh, yeah, she on point. She know what she talking about. She gonna be back on here. Nigga, if you was MAGA, say you MAGA. If you support MAGA, say it. Don't try to play both ends against the middle because you want to keep your audience on ESPN, keep getting that fucking money, and try to get that audience to come listen to you on your podcast. That's bullshit. And you know it. That's why you got leaned on by LeBron. And let's get one thing straight before I say anything else about that. I don't fuck with LeBron. I never had. Ever since he came in the league as a 17-year-old, I never liked the motherfucker. I respect him I respect his game. I respect him for when he steps up and he talks about social issues. But I don't have to like him to respect him. And yes, I do agree. If his son wasn't LeBron James Jr. and LeBron didn't have the stroke he had in the NBA, his son would not be playing for the Lakers now. But that's beside the point. That man came up there and leaned on you because you sit there for months. There wasn't no recent shit. For months and months and months. You talked about that boy like a dog. You talked about his father. You sit there and try to shame his father about him being in the NBA and he can't play and you doing your son wrong and all this whole other shit. It's your fault your son going through all this shit. What father would not be pissed off at you? You do it on a regular. You do it, Skip Bayless do it. It's a whole bunch of people do it. You ain't the only one, but you the loudest one. And that's why people always think you right, because you loud as hell. Just because you loud don't make you right. And that man came up there and linked on you. Then come to find out, because of it and other shit, a lot of NBA people, like Draymond Green, don't fuck with you because of the shit that's coming out your mouth. And you got a lot of people out here in the public that don't fuck with you now because of the shit that's coming out your mouth and what you're doing. Because you trying to pull a Jedi mind trick. And you can do it on people who don't know no better. And can't see what the fuck you're doing. I can see what you're doing because I know better. You're trying to play both sides. And you're trying to play off of people's ignorance that they don't know what the fuck you're talking about when you're a fucking maggot. I sit there and watch a whole interview. And then I watch afterwards when you sit there and trash Democrats. You tell her, oh, I'm center left. I'm center and I lean left. Then you trash the motherfuckers. Oh, y'all just say the same thing. Y'all just saying the same thing. Okay, that's an issue. Prices are too fucking high. When did prices go high? When did eggs go to the prices they went to at now? When this motherfucker got into office. Now that man that sit out there made you look like a bitch. You on ESPN crying. It was a father that said something to me. Bullshit. Come on, dude. You full of it. You getting out here, you using your platform to push whatever agenda you got. And it sounds like to me you pushing a MAGA agenda, but you trying to disguise it. If you MAGA, say you MAGA. Ain't no problem in it. Should be no fucking problem. Y'all won. So what you shamed about? If you MAGA, be loud and proud about it. You, Snoop, Nelly, Rick Ross, Kanye, all you motherfuckers. Ice Cube, all y'all want to be MAGA without saying you MAGA. Like nobody don't see through that shit. Come on. I can see this shit without these glasses. If that's what you stand for, stand on it. That's why that man called you out like a bitch. Because you sit out there and you LeBron James this, LeBron James that. Okay. He could have called me. He should have slapped the shit out you like motherfucking Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. That's what he should have did. Come on, man. Y'all, I don't get it. You know, y'all fly the banner, y'all support the causes, and you can see. Come on, y'all sit there and talk about, you let her say shit about George Floyd and make George Floyd out to be a fucking criminal. Okay, ain't nobody condone whatever he got pulled over for, or the cops stopped him for. Nobody condoned him. Nobody condoned that. Just like the brother in New York that got choked out by the police for selling the cigarettes or whatever, selling illegal cigarettes illegally or whatever the fuck. Nobody condoned that. What the fuck we got a problem with? What we got a problem with is a motherfucker knelt on that man's neck for 9.5 minutes. That was the problem. And you sit there to make him out to be, let her make him out to be some kind of a criminal, like his life wasn't worth shit, no matter what the fuck he did. I don't give a fuck what they pulled him over for, what they pulled him up for. And I guarantee you, if he'd have went to court and found guilty, whatever the fuck he would have been charged with doesn't carry a death sentence. They held court in the street and gave him the fucking death sentence. He knelt on his fucking neck for 9 minutes, was 9 minutes and 40 some seconds, something like that. 9 minutes, 47 seconds, I believe. That was the problem. But you super black Stephen A, and you couldn't sit there and let this bitch say whatever the fuck she want about that man. Comparing, and then she say, no, this was on her shit. I'll get to that later. But you let this woman say anything, knowing she ain't never, ever tried to be black, stand up for a black cause until she got fired. Was it last year? When she got fired and she tried to finagle an invitation to the cookout. She wanted to come back home. When Whitey said, bitch, be gone. And she was gone. And she wanted to come back. But you know what? As soon as the white man let her back, where was she at? She back doing the same shit she was doing. You want to compare George Floyd to fucking Clarence Thomas? Clarence Thomas ain't never did a motherfucking thing. Clarence Thomas, for black people, Clarence Thomas is the motherfucker that's spearheading taking away your fucking rights. All he is waiting for is a motherfucker to bring it to court so he can strike it down. That's all Clarence Thomas want to do. You want to talk about affirmative action? Clarence Thomas benefited from affirmative action for more than any fucking body. But he's a main motherfucker that tried to motherfucker get rid of it. Come on. Dude, you full of shit. I'm through with that son of a bitch.
Okay. That was a rant.
Of course.
That's like 10 different things. I don't even know where even to go.
Just dive in. Your feelings. How you feel about it?
So
that's how I feel about the motherfucker. And I ain't even get to everything.
Let's play
a moment, but I've actually met you before.
Okay.
And my ex-boyfriend many years ago. It was really more that the left lost. And it was a weird it was very strange to watch Kamala run. I will say that, because I think that the first thing I thought was that old school expression. It's
Stephen A. Smith Show, the one and only Candace Owens.
on camera, and then you gave me a high five, and it basically made our whole life, just so you know.
Well, listen, I'm glad we have a fond memory together, but it's a pleasure meeting you. And just for the record, you are not in enemy territory, so I've got a lot of questions to ask you. But before I even get into all of that, I hear congratulations is in order, mother of three.
Why would you start off by saying you're not in enemy territory? What is that about? Why even say that?
Not in enemy
It's
territory.
unnecessary to even say that if you're supposed to be a Democrat.
He versus her and black versus white. But at the end of the day, people just weren't living well under the Biden regime. I call it a regime, but it gets down to how was I living? What were the gas
Regime. Another code word.
prices? How expensive are groceries? Are you willing to try something different? And I think genuinely there's a fatigue that is setting in, that has set in, that was beginning to sort of percolate, of people that are just exhausted with being angry. Do you know what I mean? Like the media constantly selling, this guy's this guy's that, she's this, she's that. I think we're all just tired, and that's kind of a good thing.
Do you believe that Donald Trump won the election, or that the progressive left and their thought process, their policy, some of the things that they were spewing, it was more a product of them losing? That's what I've been saying. It wasn't about him winning. It was about America saying, nah, he's closer to normal than what the hell we're hearing over here.
He's closer to normal than what we're hearing over here.
So this whole interview, I'm trying to understand. First, Stephen A., I'm trying to understand, what is he? It's clear that he know, or he know where the most money in this politic game is. Just like I've been telling y'all, me and my man been telling y'all from the beginning, like, Republicans pay for their side to talk. You know what I'm saying? Democrats don't pay over here. So he's a money motherfucker. So if he feel like, if I'm gonna take my time out to be in this politics shit, what side will give me money? So he stuck his foot in it, and as he was going on, he felt like the more and more he talked bad about Biden, he was getting more views. And then when it switched to Kamala, as long as he stayed talking about Biden and the Democrats, he stayed on the same view level. So now that the election is over, that's why he always whispered, even though I voted for her, or even though I'm not voting for him, or some shit like that. He say that, then go on for a 20-minute rant against the Democrat. So when you get around to the election, now he's thinking, how can I keep the money flowing? There's no way in the fuck he is going to fully come out and say he's a Democrat. He's not even going to say that on it. He probably say some leaning shit in the middle, or some bullshit like that. Those are the people right there that we don't need to recognize no more in this party. The Bernie Sanders, the people that don't want to say out their fucking mouth they're a Democrat. That's how you know they full of shit. If they won't say it out their mouth, that motherfucker there is a squeamy, squirmy, redneck pig sympathizer. Period. You can't look away from that shit. If you're in between, you full of shit. Period. You got to be on sides. It's sides here. It's people fighting for racist, bigoted policies. It's people on the other side that don't want that to happen. What side are you on? It's just no other way around. No wishy-washy, foggy lines with the motherfucking old-ass motherfucking Biden. I mean, not Biden, the other motherfucker, Bernie Sanders, running around now, having these rallies. For fucking what? Your bitch ass been in the Congress for 50 years. You haven't passed one bill. You're not even a fucking Democrat. There's no need for nobody to even listen to you. We need Democrats to come on TV and say, and every time they bring you up and say he's not a Democrat. So move on. Next question. No. Like when they say shit and lead it with Bernie Sanders does this, Bernie Sanders says this, you say he's not a Democrat. Next question. Simple. He's not. Ask him. He has nothing to do with us. He is not a fucking Democrat. Stop messing him up with us. Period. Get him out of here. Don't talk to us about him.
Okay.
Leader Jeffries. Talk to him. Crockett. Talk to her. Fuck out of here.
All right, since you bring up Bernie, what have I been saying? Bernie is one of the loudest voices in the room. But when it comes to shit, when shit get fucked up or shit go bad, Bernie don't never get none of the blame. And Bernie ain't there to never take none of the blame. Bernie ain't there. Bernie will run his mouth, but Bernie ain't coming with a whole lot of solutions either. What Bernie doing now? Bernie is running around having these fucking big ass rallies, like the campaign is still going. Where was this shit 4 months ago, Bernie? Do you know that if the shit you was out there talking and you shit you doing right now, it was a close election. That could have helped turn the tide. Where was this, Bernie? Now Bernie can run around and say, well, I was saying this and I was doing this. I ain't got no. He basically absolving himself of any fucking blame for the state of the Democratic Party right now. Because when it suited him, he became a Democrat. When it didn't suit him, he didn't become a Democrat no more.
But
now don't be surprised if that motherfucker try to run as an independent in 2028.
But motherfucking Stephen A set it up, the question up, right? Mm-hmm. Was the way he said it was, I think the way the Democrats run their campaign, spewing the stuff they were spewing out, and went so far that most people looked at Donald, the orange demon, fuck Trump, as more normal than a Democrat. So right there, for him to even fix his mouth to say that dumb shit, let alone it's a question posed for this person, which is even dumber. But for him, someone is supposed to be a Democrat, supposed to be, to set up a question where the question itself beats up Democrats. Just the question you asking this bitch, where the bitch don't have to even elaborate on nothing you said because you took care of everything. But you yet want us two to believe your bitch ass is a Democrat? Come on, bruh. That's what I'm talking about these motherfuckers where, like, he set that question up for her. He did a lot of that this whole joint. And at the end of this joint, he had the nerve to come on the next day and say, oh, that wasn't what I was there for. I was just there to just hear and listen. I wasn't there to, I'm going to bring her back to go back and forth with stuff. That's what the bitch nigga said.
Okay.
And he gonna say, that wasn't the time for it. Only had 30 minutes with her. So I was just going to listen. Wait, what? What would they got to do with anything? You're not even making no sense. If you had a motherfucker on ESPN, you wouldn't say, you only got 20 minutes. I ain't going to say nothing harsh about you. No, motherfucker, you unload. So why when this bitch sit there, you going to sit there, I only got 30 minutes, so I ain't really want to ask no real tough questions. I wasn't going to push back because you didn't want to push back, you bitch, nigga. You agree with all the bullshit. Where's the pushback was going to be at? First of all, you let the bitch call her Kamala, whatever the fuck she said. And in your mind, you wanted to say something because you did your neck like that. So that told me in your mind, like, that's not right, but I'm going to let it go. That's what I know what you was doing. And I know I'm going to catch her the next time. When I have it, she coming back. She said she was coming back. So that's when I'm going to come back with her. What? Who the fuck do that? He had the nerve to have 20 minutes to say that podcast wasn't for that. What you mean?
Then why did you have it?
Why would you let somebody just tell a fucking lie and you move on? Or you entice the lie your damn self. Like, what are you talking about?
Why would you sit there and co-sign that shit? First of all, she lied. The lies she told you co-sign. You let her just say anything she want. You let her just fucking denigrate any and everything black. Then you sang her praise. Then you came back on and sang her praises and this, that, and the third. Yeah, she gonna be back. Y'all better listen to her. Y'all need to listen to her. Everybody need to listen to her because she's smart. She's smart as attack and all this old other bullshit, bruh. That's what I mean. And I've been saying this for the longest time. These motherfuckers out here, these motherfucking celebrities, and motherfuckers like Stephen A. Y'all want to play both ends against the middle because y'all don't want to lose. Y'all don't want to lose them sponsorships. Y'all don't want to lose them endorsements. Y'all don't want to lose that money. That's all it's a fucking about. They don't give a fuck about black culture, the black community. They don't give a fuck about nothing but they motherfucking wallet. That's why motherfucker when it was inauguration time, Snoop went to sing his song along with Nelly and Rick Ross and so on and so forth. That's why they did it. They don't give a fuck. And people don't want to see that. You can't sit out here and when it's convenient and when the masses, when the people that look at you and the people you get money off of are mad, so now you're mad too. Last summer when everybody was mad and upset, you was mad too. You was upset. Like a motherfucker don't remember that. And you sit here and give her no pushback. I done seen you on that motherfucking show ever since it was you and Skip Bayless. You done got into knockdown, drag out fights. You the motherfucking, oh my God, the shit that you, damn, all types of motherfuckers. I remember when motherfucking Jalen Rose, this is when I knew the nigga was, I first figured the nigga wasn't shit. When Jalen Rose got into it with Skip, and he sat there, wouldn't say shit, but then he sided with Skip when Skip was wrong. He do that shit all the time. You try to play people, you try to keep the people that basically you blew up on, you try to keep them placated. You're not teaching them nothing. You're not motherfucking enhancing their thoughts. You're not doing nothing. All the fuck you doing is trying to keep getting paid, and you keeping your people stupid and ignorant of facts that they should know at the same time. You ain't shit, bruh. You ain't shit for that. The fuck you got a podcast for? If the reason people got podcasts is because they can get on the podcast and say things and cover issues that you can't cover on network TV, on FCC airwaves. Just like he said the other day, LeBron said something to me that I can't repeat over FCC airwaves. That's just what you said yourself. So that's why you have a podcast. So if you want to slip up and throw some shit goddamn motherfuckers, whatever in there, you want to cover any topic you want, it's your platform. You can do it. Nobody can tell you shit. But with that comes a responsibility. A motherfucker can't, this is our platform. This is our shit. Motherfucker can't walk in that door right now and say no any motherfucking thing. And if you don't believe us, you can go back and check every motherfucking guest that been on here that tried to say anything and find out what happened to him. My man right here, they tore into several people's asses just for saying some shit that wasn't true, that wasn't factual, or they tried to twist facts. That's what you got your podcast for. If you want to be Joe Rogan, be Joe Rogan. If you want to be Joe Rogan and have a podcast that's geared to promoting the right and MAGA and what they stand for, then do that. But don't tell us, motherfuckers, don't tell us that you stand with us. You understand you understand what we're going through. You feel what we're going through. You feel our pain, and then you let a motherfucker come on and say and do whatever the fuck they want with no feedback, with no pushback at all. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
That motherfucker, the thing about him and LeBron is odd because even though I don't fuck with LeBron, it's like, bro, you're a motherfucking 6'10", 270-pound motherfucking athlete. This nigga is a 60-year-old man that fucking talk for a living. What would you get out of jumping in his face? I don't give a fuck who Stephen A. anybody. Like, what the fuck is that? That just sounds dumb to do that. What do you expect Stephen A. to do? Do what? Like, that's some dumb shit. But on the flip side, Stephen A. got to watch how he talk. That's why Kwame Brown don't like him.
Yeah.
Kwame Brown will fuck him up if he run into him. That might get worse if that was Kwame Brown still LeBron, to be honest with you. That's why he was so mad, because he was young at the time, about the same age as motherfucking main man, matter of fact. And he ragged that motherfucker every day in the mornings. And he felt like that fucked his money up in the long run. Yeah. Which, hell yeah, it did. Yeah, can't nobody deny that. Like, what the fuck? And it's going to eventually fuck LeBron's son up from prospering from, even if he's not good enough to make a team, it's going to push him down, make it harder for him to prosper beyond LeBron. You understand what I'm saying? Like, LeBron retired next year. He wanted his son at least have a chance in the NBA. But if Stephen A keep going the way he's going, that is going to be some shit. He's going to be in the G League, whatever the fuck, forever.
Yeah.
Nobody give him a chance, because it's just the narrative, the same thing, narrative. He said a narrative on somebody, and that'd be it. He said a narrative on Kwame Brown, small hands. That's the narrative on Kwame Brown for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. And the fact that he don't get his power and what he's saying, he on TV 3-4 hours in the morning every day. He got to understand that is a lot. And then for a black person to have that much of airwaves on national TV, you got to use it better than you using it, bro.
I think this is what got to LeBron. LeBron been with over 20 years in the NBA now. LeBron been scrutinized every which way possible, and he took it. He had no choice. He had to take it. You know, about him not being clutch. He ain't got Kobe's mentality. He ain't Jordan. He ain't this one. He ain't that one. He does this. He been scrutinized on all types of shit. You know, he's stand up on social issues. They tell him, you know, y'all need to just shut up and dribble. So he didn't took that. But I think him coming after his, or I ain't gonna say coming after, well, fuck it. I guess he might feel as them coming after his son the way they have, and he took that in a different way. Especially, like you're saying, if he wasn't LeBron James' son, they would have told him to go ahead and stay in college another year. Get your game up, get your game together. You ain't ready for this. But you know, LeBron made it clear. He said it. You know, I want to play with my son. And the Lakers wanted to make him happy. They made him happy. They drafted his son. He was a second-round draft pick. It wasn't like he was the first-round draft pick or nothing. He was, you know, they brought him on there. They gave, you know, chance to play with your son. Send him down to the G League. Bring him up, whatever, and doing home games. He get on the court. Okay. I think he feels, though, I know he got to feel, you know, some of the shit that his son is going through, that Bronny going through, that he responsible for it. That if he wasn't his father, he wouldn't be going through some of the shit he going through. And you can look at some of the shit they doing with Dion's kids. They doing it with Shador now. Talking about he's arrogant and he's brash and all this old other shit. Look who the fuck his father is. His father the most arrogant, brash motherfucker ever. You didn't think that he rub off on his son, but now with being as though, you know, I think he feels some responsibility. I know he's got to feel some responsibility for Bronny going through what Bronny going through. And then you got motherfuckers with Stephen A out there. Yeah, if that wasn't your son, he wouldn't be in the NBA and all this whole other shit. Okay, boom. That's a known fact. Everybody think about that. Everybody already think that way. But he's there. You ain't got to keep on going with the shit every time you get on the air. Every time you talk about it. Name what second round pick in the NBA right now that they talk about the way they talk about Bronny.
It's the only thing about that is it's like LeBron won a lot of things and a lot of things. It's like, Bro, you can't. Like, for example, $1 billion ain't free. This nigga's a billionaire, bro.
He sure is.
It's not. You can't just be a billionaire and no scrutiny is coming to you.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who you are. You ain't got to be basketball. It's like, bro, basketball, you actually get scrutinized. If you can't dribble, you miss your free throw. It's a lot of things scrutinizing motherfucker on a daily basis on basketball. So you bring your kid in a joint instead of him just let the motherfucker, like, you go to a swimming pool and just let your kid go swim. You've been showing them and showing them and showing them. Now you looking at the safe, just fucking go ahead and go now. And I'm just gonna sit here scared as fuck while I'm ready to jump in. But you looking like, okay, you swimming. Mm-hmm. It's like he don't want to try that. You know what I'm saying? He don't want no chance of him getting away from him. He holding on to the little boy boat. Mm-hmm. And that's not gonna work in the NBA, bro. No. You went a path by yourself. You ain't had no fucking father over you doing all that bullshit. Like, come on, bro. Like, play basketball. You took it on the chin. You was younger than him. So why him? And that tells me two things. His little ass is going through it, mentally or whatever the fuck. Yeah. And it's bleeding into whoever he hanging around with, whoever he going around. It's turning into something where it's making him don't want to either like basketball no more or figure this ain't for him type shit. That's what's going on now in the household. Yeah. For him, LeBron James, to all of a sudden jump up in the middle of a Lakers game and jump in front of Stephen fucking A, bro. Like, I can understand Steve A standing there like, huh? I probably believe him saying, man, I'm standing like, huh? What? I get that because it was like out the blue. Like, what would make you think LeBron would all of a sudden be mad at you? You feel me? Mm-hmm. This nigga just be playing all the time. I'm talking all the time. Now, all of a sudden, he walks up to me, 6'10". I got to look up like this, and he mad as shit with a big ass beard in my mouth. I'm like, oh, hell no. Nah. Whatever it is, LeBron, okay, cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? I'm 60. Yeah. Like, come on, bro. At some point,
you keep your 60-year-old mouth shut.
Some point, he ain't saying LeBron James' son is a dumbass. LeBron James' son is a goofball. LeBron James' son can't get no pussy. He ain't doing him. This basketball-related shit. He's a fucking bum. And he always call people bums. Yes or no? Him and Skip.
All the time.
So we can't just stop LeBron's son. And I can't believe I'm defending this dumb fuck.
No,
but it is what it is. It's what he always done.
Yeah, I just think
he can't. LeBron right now is making more emotional feelings into the basketball games than he should. If you want to put your son in it, let him the fuck go. That's it. Whatever scrutiny he get, that's what basketball players get. Ask motherfucker, a man in Baltimore for the Baltimore Ravens. He can't win for shit. He win MVPs and motherfuckers won't sign him. So come on, bro.
Well, I think it's this. A lot of it is a father trying to protect his son. And his father got to protect his son because of him, for one. There's a lot of blame to go around because when the motherfucking, this how it was last summer. LeBron James was a free agent last summer. LeBron James could have signed with anybody he wanted. Then when LeBron said, I'm going where my son going, because I want to play with my son. You have every motherfucking team that wanted LeBron knew that if you got LeBron, you was going to end up having to draft Bronny or get Bronny on your team some kind of way. Or whatever, you're going to draft him and then with the hopes that LeBron come with him. He made that known. So LeBron put that pressure on him for off the break. What the Lakers should have did when they drafted him, because let's get one motherfucking thing straight, except for the Miami Heat, which he ain't had more stroke than Pat Riley. LeBron James ran every team he was on. If LeBron said, I want this player, they got this player. If LeBron said, get rid of this player, get rid of this player. If LeBron said, I don't want this coach no more, that coach was gone. If they hired a fucking coach, they had to clear with him first. This on every team he was on except the Miami Heat, where he didn't have more stroke than Pat Riley. So instead of them sitting down and knowing that the boy wasn't ready, and plus I kind of get it why he protected, because he just coming off the shit where he had the cardiac arrest shit last year and fell out on the court and could have died. This shit could have been, the Bronny going through could have been prevented. You could have been like, well, you drafted him. The NBA season is 82 games. Well, look, first half of the season, send him to the G League. Or if you want to play him opening night to get them ticket sales or whatever, okay, after that, send him to the G League. You don't see him no more till after All-Star break. It could have that could have been easily solved. But you wanted what you wanted. And you got what you wanted. Now your son going through all this wild shit, and like you say, he probably having a mental meltdown.
There's something going on
every now and then, and he just protecting his son. But the thing about it is, I think with Stephen A, because if you look at any other, you can look at any other motherfucker show. You can look at the one with Keyshawn is on, the Manuel Ocho and them, all that shit, and any other motherfucker, all of them say the same thing, No, Bronny shouldn't even be in the league right now. He at the best he should be in the G League, and they put it out there like that. But Stephen A been the loudest and the most ignorant about it. So I think he probably took it personal, as a lot of people take a lot of shit personal that Stephen A say. Look at the shit that go on between Stephen A and Kevin Durant. And what Stephen A ain't been telling y'all, he wanted to let this shit ride like this shit wasn't out there. And then you find out that half the players in the league, or I ain't gonna say half, a lot of the players in the league don't even speak to Stephen A anymore because of the way he been going at Bron. Whether you think he's right or wrong. There's a lot of people that in the league, Draymond Greens, and a lot of people coming out, man, we don't fuck with that nigga like that. So,
see, again, this is basketball. Y'all ain't getting paid millions of dollars. I don't give a fuck about y'all feelings, man. And then y'all picking and choosing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's funny. It's a joke. Everybody get to laugh when it's talking about Kwame. It's a joke. Ain't that funny? Yeah. But when you talk about him, everybody probably be mad. Like, make your mind up. That ain't make any sense. That's what I mean about these motherfuckers need to get the fuck out of here with that shit. Y'all make millions of dollars. Get the fuck. That's that. Then you talking about LeBron's $1 billion fucking there. His kid is a fucking what are you like? No. You can play basketball, you're not there. Everybody gets screwed. Everybody gets shit talked about. Period. I don't give a fuck who you are. That's it. My favorite player in football was Justin Fields, right? Everybody talk shit about him, right? Yeah. Like, fuck that. You get what you get. Nobody's no babyfying you, bro. If you want your son to be in the NBA, that's it. Wow. He gets what he gets. No babyfying him and hiding him here, get mad at reporters. Like, who do that?
I could agree with that.
The fuck?
But I think it's just that
he's not a reporter, my bad. He's a TV thing.
I just think Stephen A, I think with Stephen A, it was taken to another level. And I think it was a personal level.
Like, what did he really say? But other than he can't play ball. He's not a basketball NBA level player. He can't shoot.
It wasn't that.
What the fuck?
It wasn't only that. It's when he came out and he was like, basically, he was like, LeBron, this is your fault. It's your fault. All the stuff your son going through is your fault. Your son can't play, and he's going through all this shit because of you. It's your fault. And I think LeBron take that shit personally, and that's why he went up to him and said, leave my son out this shit, bro. Just leave my son out this shit. You got something to say about me, say shit about me. Leave my son alone. If you're going to critique him, if you're going to critique his game, critique his game. Hey, all day long. And I would understand that. His game is his game. That's fair game. If he get out there and he don't score no points, don't get no rebounds and no assists, and he been on the floor for motherfucking 20 minutes, light his ass up. But I think when he went to that, LeBron, this is your fault, and he went on a loud ass rant about it a couple of times, and like he did his son wrong or something, and I think LeBron took that shit personally. Like, when I see this motherfucker, I'm gonna say something to this motherfucker, And I think he probably just saw him over there behind the bench, jumping up and down, talking shit. And I'm like, my motherfucking nerve. Fuck that. Hey, bro. Hey, look, I don't give a fuck. Man. You want to talk about his game, talk about his game. You want to talk about me and my game, whatever the fuck you want to talk about. Leave my son name out of this shit. Leave my son out of this shit. You got a problem with me? Leave my son out of it. Or I'm going to beat your ass. I ain't saying he said that part, but he had that I'm going to beat your ass swagger to him.
Yeah.
So
I just think motherfuckers, like, I don't think that's a good thing where athletes run up to reporters and people on TV. That's like, bro, come on, yeah. Like, I don't give a fuck what they say, yeah. It's like, come on, what are you doing?
Shit, remember when Dion dumped the motherfucking bucket of water on the motherfucking head? On the reporter head for saying something wrong about him.
It's like, come on, man.
The motherfucking motherfuckers went at Skip when Skip Bayless insinuated that Troy Aikman was gay and had the Dallas Cowboys went at him. I mean, that shit happened all the time. How many motherfuckers have cussed out Charles Barkley? Look at who Shaq beef. Shaq beef with somebody on a regular because motherfuckers didn't like what Shaq was saying. And Shaq was like, hold on, I'm not a player no more. I'm getting paid to give my opinion and critique what I see. It ain't personal.
I can understand where a person personally would think you're going too far. Like we use motherfucking Kwame Brown, for example. To us, to the normal people out there watching, except for me, he was trash, right? So when a person be on TV saying, you see somebody on TV saying, "Oh, Kwame Brown did bad. He did bad." It's true. Like why then it's okay to beat up Kwame Brown, but then Bronny's son, you gotta be on clear gloves where he can run on the court and beat you up and shit. Like what the fuck?
But like I said, I don't think it was about his game.
And what he was going to do? Why he get in Stephen A. face for what? What was he going to do?
Like I said, I believe that's
the fuck
Stephen A. What Stephen A. said, you know, LeBron took it personal.
That's what I got to find out. What was said? That's my problem right now. What is it he's saying that would make you do that?
Stephen A. got on First Take.
Because look at this nigga, man. He about 6'10".
Yeah. Stephen A. got on First Take.
I probably would aim
one morning
right there in the neck.
And said, basically, he called out LeBron, said, basically, this is your fault. This is because of you. You caused this. You did this to your son. That's basically what he said. And I think LeBron took it personally, like, hold the fuck on. And he's like, he look, LeBron is doing what any father, if they had the power to do, would do. If, you know, even if
I don't know about that.
No. If that's what they wanted, and if that's what he wanted and could make happen, he could make something happen that a lot of fathers, if they could, they would make happen, but they can't make happen. But it so happened that his son really ain't good.
So Peyton Manning's father came out when everybody's beating up his what's his name, man, and the Giants.
Whoa, you remember?
He's some shit.
Okay.
I don't remember him come out saying, "Please don't talk about my son."
It was
running up to people.
It was Archie, the one that came out and said, "Don't draft my son."
No. I'm talking after he playing. Everybody know he was boo-boo. He was just some average boo-boo shit, trash ass quarterback. Now,
man, on Virgin Hall of Fame.
No family member came out and said, "Don't talk about my quarterback, my son like that." His Peyton Manning never ran out in front of some motherfucking Stevie or Skip and said, "Don't do that."
Yeah, no.
Like, what are we doing?
But he didn't say don't talk. He didn't say don't talk.
That's my son.
He didn't say
leave him out of this. What the fuck is that? What do you mean?
Leave my son out this shit. If
out of what?
Shit between what happened was he went on some shit. He went on a fucking rant.
I think Stephen A. said something about this on his own shit.
Yeah, Stephen A. went on one of his loud ass rants about he was basically blaming LeBron for his sons, for all the shit that his son is going through. This is on you and all that shit like this. Okay. Basically what he's saying is, bruh, if you got a problem with me, talk to me or bring it to me. Leave my son out of it. Don't just dog my son. He out here just doing whatever the best he can. He doing what he can. I didn't tell the coach to put him in the game. The coach put him in the game. I didn't tell the GM to bring him up. He might have told him to draft the motherfucker or whatever, or they figured that's what they was going to do. But
listen to what you're saying. Like, so Carmelo gonna run down on motherfucking. I just can't see him doing. Run down there and scream at fucking Stephen A. Talking about his son or some shit.
Who hasn't? Shit.
Wait, bro.
Durant
This nigga be at games all the time.
True.
Everybody was to run up to him because he talked. He'd never be able to sit down.
I'm just saying. I ain't saying
like
everybody.
what the fuck.
What I'm saying is this. I think that
and then Skip Bayless. Why you ain't run up on him?
What he said in that rant, I think it was back in January, when he went off that morning. I think LeBron took that shit personally, and Stephen A. felt that Stephen A. took it too far because Bronny been getting critiqued. Everybody been critiquing Bronny game, but he ain't even saying shit about it. But I think what happened with Stephen A. struck a chord with him that he had to say something about. It wasn't about him saying that he can't play or whatever, because everybody does it. You can look at anybody that talks about Bronny on the motherfucker joint. All I'm saying the same thing. He don't belong in the NBA right now. He can't play. He can't play at this level. If his name wasn't LeBron James Jr., he wouldn't be in the league, which is fair. That's everybody said it, and that's fair. But when Stephen A. went off, he just went off on a personal rant. He went off on a rant that made it personal because he was questioning LeBron as a father. That's what it was. You, as his father, you did this to your son.
True.
And he took it personal. And he just wanted to say something to that. He had to say something to that dude. Because look, if I sit here and say, okay, like the last couple of podcasts, you was telling us about your son and his basketball game.
And you too shall consider yourself the latest member.
Happening and his minutes and everything and shit back and forth with the coach. Now, if a motherfucker jumped out there and said, okay, Rabbit, that's your motherfucking fault. You got him like that. It's your fault. It's on you. If he wasn't around you doing shit, he wouldn't be doing shit. If you didn't put him in that position or teach him that way, he wouldn't be doing that shit. Would you, as his father, and when you cuss that motherfucker out? See what I'm saying?
No. Like now, if my son was to go to college or some shit, I'm not listening around to radio shows and all this shit, seeing who talking bad about them and confront these motherfuckers. I ain't got time for that shit. Like, what are we doing?
But some shit gonna
nobody gonna see things the same way.
True.
There's no way. You gonna get somebody gonna be criticized, your kid.
Yeah.
Like, he can expect that? Like, really?
But it's not the criticism. It's not the criticism of his
That's why
game.
I need to find out what was said actually.
That's why I'm trying to tell you.
Then I can tell you more.
Criticism is not the criticism of his game. It was never about the criticism of the game.
Because if
it was about the criticism of his game, LeBron James be approaching everybody on a nightly basis. They had to have security around at this motherfucker, around all the motherfucking reporters to keep LeBron from going at it. It's not the criticism of his game. That's fair game.
This him.
But it's the criticism of him as nigga. You did this to your son.
So
this your fault.
After he was confronted by LeBron James.
Bronny James. Before I get any further, let me just put to bed a couple of things that have been reported that are false. People was talking about LeBron called me out my name, or somebody said he called me a bitch. Somebody said he called me a punk and all this. None of that is true. He was fiery. He approached me during the game. And he said,
that nigga look mad as shit. Hey, and then it's what I don't like about Stephen A. See, I tried to defend you a little bit too. But bro, I don't like when you try this. I'm a tough guy. Reports telling all that he called me this and that. Man, he ain't say that to me. That never happened type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing, bro?
Motherfuckers, he didn't told the road up on the game. Motherfucker, you see me, I get game, bro. You got something to say to me, say it. Well, the nigga did it.
He did say that too.
He
did say that.
He said it all the time. You got what your hand called for.
stop effing with my son. That's my effing son. Stop effing with my son. I said, what? Nah, man, straight up, man to man. Real talk. Stop effing with my son. And I saw how furious he was. And
okay. So he's saying that he came up to him and just said, stop effing with my son. And he said to him, huh? He said, nah, man to man, stop fucking with my son. That sounds odd. But it could go like that, fuck with LeBron. Because he was just wanting to tell him one point. You feel me? It might have went like that. Where he was trying to figure out what LeBron was talking about. And LeBron was dead set on telling him what he wanted to tell him. Motherfucking Steve A sitting there like, huh? Because he used to talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody come up and say, nigga, what the fuck is except I swear to God, if he run into motherfucking, but I think he made up with Kwame Brown. So I remember, I think he went when he first came. See, he's strategic son of a bitch. When he first started this YouTube shit, he reached out, he started fucking with Kwame. You know, Kwame was hot at the time. So he reached out, then he called himself, apologized to Kwame, turned that into a whole thing. That started this little channel a little bit. See, you know what the fuck? His whole thing, now looking back on it, he was a motherfucker, Stephen A. He was a son of a bitch. He used everybody, didn't you? God damn it. But he reached out to Kwame because he knew he talked shit about Kwame. He couldn't come on the internet where Kwame's at on YouTube without people leaving comments about Kwame. You know what I'm saying?
Well, remember when Kwame and Shannon got into it? And Kwame was threatening to beat Shannon's ass.
Yeah, but it wasn't because Shannon was constantly every day talking shit about it.
Yeah.
Now, he was talking shit about Kwame Brown every single Stephen A.
See, I think this is the one right here where he's not ready yet. Stephen A. pleads for LeBron to stop exposing Bronny and all this whole other shit.
Yeah, I seen him go on a rant the other day and say, what he was saying was he should have stayed another year in USC.
Yeah.
And then he was saying that the way he's been going about it in the NBA since he's been here is not the way you get better. Now, I agree with all that, to be honest with you, because the way he's floating back and forth, he's not staying somewhere and just learning how to play.
I agree.
So I agree with all that.
And
but
that's fake.
It's the way Stephen A. be saying it.
That's my
the problem.
And that's my point. It's Stephen A. says shit and he didn't
start making it like a bad parent after a while. Like, hold up.
That's my point. That's the point I'm trying to make. You put your son in his position, you exposing your son to this. He basically telling LeBron, this is your fault.
Then his son coming in, it's like, hold on, Dad, you think?
Right.
No, man, you really fucking me up or something? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And see, then you got, and then
everybody coming to him with that shit.
It's like this. It don't matter if Bronny could play or if Bronny couldn't play.
If he asked for a trade, we know it was him. It's something going on in the household, bro.
Okay. Because I gotta listen to that.
You feel me now?
If Bronny could play or if he couldn't play, he was going to be under unbelievable scrutiny anyway, just because he's LeBron James' son.
That's true. Exactly.
It was going to happen. But I think
I'm about to say he had to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
He just said he wasn't prepared for that.
He was prepared for that. He knew that. That's probably one of the reasons LeBron was like, I want to play with my son. He wanted to protect him from some of that shit. But I think when Stephen A. gets on here and there's a lot of people watching and shit gonna get back. Whether he watch it live or not, it's gonna get back to him because somebody he know gonna see this shit. Hey man, you see what Stephen A. said this morning? Yeah. So it's gonna get back to him anyway. Yeah. So I think when he went on that one particular rant when he like as a father and all this old other shit. Stop exposing your son to this shit. You basically calling him out as him doing some fucked up shit to his son.
Yeah.
And that he took personal and it struck a nerve. That's why he pulled him up. Because I was just looking at a video just now. Charles Barkley said the same shit we saying. Bronny's not ready for the NBA. He shouldn't be in the NBA. That's fair. That's fair. Just like when Jordan, when they thought Jordan's son could play, and Jordan's son is worse than Bronny. That motherfucker, he's worse than Kwame Brown.
I don't know.
Jordan's son.
It's two of them. It's two. One of them
is all right.
Bronson.
One of them all right.
Yeah.
But the first one,
he couldn't make it, right?
But the first one, he couldn't play worth shit.
No, hell no.
You know?
And you expect Jordan, you always expect Jordan kids to be like that. Even the daughter, she ain't even like that.
You know, like Bronny, like Kobe daughter, Gigi could play. Now, Bronny ain't no Gigi. Yeah. Gigi could play.
Oh, she was going to the WNBA, yeah.
For sure. Gigi would have did for the WNBA what what's the girl God damn it that played for Indiana damn the white girl.
The white girl come on in?
Yeah.
Oh,
Gigi would have did what she did.
Yeah.
As far as putting the eyes on the WNBA.
Oh, it's been crazy, yeah.
So
Kobe daughter, shit.
Fuck yeah. So damn, I forgot the damn girl name. But anyway, but being
that'd be crazy.
For one, he should have stayed another year. Dude, you just had a heart attack or cardiac issue on the court where you could have died. You should have stayed another fucking year anyway. You wasn't going to be ready this year.
But most of that joint, if you look back on it, right? He takes his son out early so he can play with him. So already he took him out of school earlier than what he should have, because everybody telling you now he should stay longer. So we can blame LeBron for that. Check one for LeBron.
Yeah.
Then he comes in and say, shit, my son better than all these motherfuckers. Cross one, two more. Because that turned into a problem too. Then this motherfucker, we supposed to go to G League. No, come back up. I'm not riding with nobody on my bus. Then it's no bus. Nobody ride with him. See, we doing too much.
Yeah.
So it's when you look back on it, LeBron did a lot of dumbass shit that he ain't taking responsibility for, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot of blame to go around.
Especially with that, he better than everybody. Like, what the fuck was that?
I think it's a lot of blame. There's a lot of blame to go around.
That nigga said, "Now look at it, man. My son better than most of these people in the NBA."
I'm like, I play my motherfucking son. But see, this is the thing. He has nights. He had a night last week where he did the damn thing.
Bro, everybody will have a night.
Yeah, but that's my point. He's not consistent.
You could be a trash ass basketball player. You
and have a night. Yeah,
sure.
But he has his nights. He's just not consistent on it. He need to be down in the G League.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what the G League for. If you
let him ball, yeah.
If he don't want to come and play in college, okay, draft him, put him down in the G League, let him play with other motherfuckers on his level and some above his level that's trying to get up to the league, and you can bring. But they doing that, and then they bring him up every few games. Now you don't have to do that all the time. When you need a body. If somebody
if
hurt,
you really have to, yeah.
If somebody hurt or something, and you need somebody, okay, bring Bronny up. That's cool.
They willing, they be sliding back and forth, like what
the
fuck?
Then bang.
Then the nigga don't want to ride on the bus with the rest of the team, like.
But
what are we doing?
But I just think
that sounds like my man that played for the Steelers last year, the quarterback.
And we know.
Remember he ain't want to go in the locker room with the Broncos. He had to go off. Like, I'm not with y'all niggas, man. I see y'all on the field.
You see y'all get out there. You better be warmed up. I'm gonna get your ass.
Yo, better not drop none of these joints in this warm up, motherfucker. Fuck wrong with y'all when I get out there. Until then, get the fuck out of my room.
Like I say, we know we've been watching Stephen A for years. Stephen A gets out there, he says some wild shit, and he had motherfuckers that pulled him up. And a lot of motherfuckers have pulled him up that we don't know about. If they didn't, if somebody didn't have their camera going, we wouldn't know about this.
And you gotta remember, some of the shit he just saying just for reaction. You know what I'm saying? Because half the time he disagree with his damn self in one motherfucking long ass soliloquy he be doing this shit. Like, what, bro? You just said that. Man, at the end of your joint, you agree with it? Like, what the fuck?
Look, if you're gonna, I don't give a fuck, nigga. What? He's 56 years, 56, 57 years old. So if you're gonna motherfucking cry, you old motherfucker, you ain't but 3 years older than me, and I can back up every goddamn thing I say. So I don't want to hear that shit. But if you're going to jump out there and say the shit that you said because you have called motherfuckers trash, garbage, you have called motherfuckers some wild shit.
The worst player who ever played in the NBA.
Yeah, he said Kwame is the worst player that ever played in the NBA. You thought that nigga wasn't going to take that shit personally?
Choke your ass
fucking
up.
Crazy. And you haven't only said it about NBA players, you can say
about
football
players.
Not
football. Whoa.
You can talk about.
I think he go even harder on football players,
yes,
whether y'all know it or not. Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Jeez.
And you have said some of the shit out your mouth, and motherfuckers. Yeah, I bring it up again. You and Kevin Durant and got into it several times over the shit you done said about him. So it's got to be expected. It's like Josina Anderson said, usually you see shit like that.
Quarterbacks? Oh my God.
Oof. Oh my man.
They need to be meeting that nigga after every game too.
Right. So
like,
it's expected. Stephen A been rolled up on.
I think he'd get smacked out a lot. If everybody throw like LeBron,
I hope a motherfucker smacked shit out Jason Whitlock.
Oh, that's why he got fired. He couldn't last. Nobody liked him.
Remember, like I said earlier, I remember when Dion dumped the water on motherfucking Tim McCarver's head doing the post game thing in the locker room on TV because of some shit he said. I seen the other motherfucking day after the motherfucker put out the shit about Shador saying he was brash and arrogant and all this old other shit. Warren Sapp went on somebody's pod talking about he looking for the motherfucker. He gonna find out who he is and expose him. He a defensive line coach. Yeah. So it doesn't happen. We don't know. We don't hear about a lot of this shit.
But we still watching people getting defended and shit. Like he's a Hall of Famer defending motherfuckers. Like of course.
Yeah.
Like bro.
Like I say, I bet you this much. You seen Stephen A. change his motherfucking tune.
You think he gonna start talking different? Oh, you about
LeBron?
Yeah. Only thing you want to talk about Bronny no more.
Shit, he gonna fuck around. Shit.
He control the topics. Bronny not gonna be on that topic list.
Fuck no.
But it's gonna be hard though.
Hey, sooner or later, LeBron gonna pass Jordan as a goat in his eyes. LeBron rolled up on him one more motherfucking time. Who the goat? Who the goat, motherfucker?
That's my son.
You the goat.
That's my son. And I'm the goat. Fuck around with you.
I'm the goat too, bitch.
Okay, that's your son. You the goat. You the goat. That's your son. I'm not gonna say it no more. You the goat.
But you can already tell he look, even when he started his defense of the shit the other day, he was like, that wasn't a basketball player that came up to me. He came up and confronted me as a father.
I seen that one. He looks sad.
That tells you right there. He already knew that it's somewhere along the line he crossed the line. It wasn't he didn't cross the line as with Bronny being and LeBron as basketball players. He crossed the line as
purring his skills
and shit like that. And a motherfucker take that personally. Who wouldn't?
That's true.
And a motherfucker like, look, Slim, keep my son out this shit. If you got some, if you doing your job, because everybody knows, look, y'all, as what Stephen A. called himself, a journalist, you got a job to do. And we know what your job is. But there's certain lines you don't cross. And Stephen A. figures that he can cross any motherfucking line and ain't nobody supposed to motherfucking check him on it. Yeah. Just like the shit we was talking about earlier with motherfucking the politics shit and the motherfucking shit with Candace Owens was letting this bitch just say whatever the fuck she want, and you thought wasn't nobody gonna check you on it. When that shit got out, motherfuckers checked your ass all over social media the other day. You fucking up. And motherfucker, you exposing yourself as what you really are.
That's funny as shit though.
But that motherfucker rolled up on. He said what he. I mean, he and then the bitch say, she goes on her joint and say, well, she said, Candace Owens said, I don't watch sports, but you could tell somebody was feeding her this shit. But LeBron James Jr., he doesn't belong in the NBA, brother. And if it wasn't for his father, and he wasn't LeBron James Jr., because she got a personal issue with LeBron. She probably tried to offer the nigga some pussy, and he didn't want it. And he's like, bitch, you keep that. I don't even fuck with you. But she goes on and it's your fault you put him out there like that. You put him out there like that. Okay. Y'all keep stepping over the line and want to question this man as a parent. And then I see what motherfuckers mad about, because you don't question white parents like this. Because it's the same way you say, and I'm gonna take it back here. I'm gonna take it here. The same way you say Bronny ain't got no business in the NBA right now. What business did Ivanka, Don Jr., and Eric have around the administration in his first term? It's the same difference. Y'all want to chastise that man about that when Trump put his whole family in his first administration and fucked everything up, and his daughter and his son-in-law left with $2 billion from the Saudis. So y'all want to have it, y'all want to have it both ways. You can't do that.
I want to appreciate everybody, man. Take your time out, check us out, man. We appreciate y'all a whole lot, man. Check us out Tuesday and Fridays live.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Any other nights, we pop in just like tonight and holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Any of these nights, the back door open, windows open, all that shit is open. So come in for the discussion we had, black debate and politics in general. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all a whole lot. Like, subscribe. We're trying to get the 500 anniversary coming up. You know what I'm saying? Help the boys out.
I knew Stephen A was gonna take up the whole pod. Wild ass nigga. You wild ass dude, Stephen A. You need to cut that bullshit out, man. Stand on what you believe, sucker.
Proud. Never too late for the black debate.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood people.